Hello and welcome back to Engine, the final episode with Tom Medlock. So what we're going to do here is go over terrain, terrain structure, terrain collision, yada yada. So here we go. So in terrain, you can see here that I constructed the same as DirectX. I just converted it to OpenGL. You can see here that I store a lot of stuff in here. The algorithm is basically the same, but down here I have my magical cells where I store all my information. You can see I store the world. I didn't realize until way later that I don't even need the world. I can actually reconstruct the world using the min and the max. So that was a bit of a silly idea, but I didn't have time to change it, so that's what's going for now. Other than that, I have the terrain manager. So in the terrain object manager, I have my load, my get, my unload, and in here you can see that I actually am storing my full path, and then I concatenate it with the actual immediate path, so that way you don't ever have to actually type in the full path. My cleanup just basically goes ahead and cleans up all of my terrain. And I don't have a default terrain only because I actually have these here, and if for my documentation I leave this here so that other people can see what I've done and kind of utilize that and go off of that. So in my terrain I have my actual cells. You can see here that I've deleted my try list and my pverts list, and I've created my new my graphics object. Other than that, there's a very few floats and ints that are saved. I have only one graphics object. Let me go to that really quick. Of course, it's not going to be in here. Terrain. Right here. So you can see that I have one graphics object in here, and it's stored right there. My cell structure I already showed you. I did not include a cell manager only because there's I did not include a terrain manager only because there's one terrain. There's no reason to include a terrain manager for something where you're going to have one terrain that's just obnoxious. So I just am dealing with one terrain pointer for now in the scene manager, and that's pretty much all. In the scene. So that's pretty much all that matters. Inside of the collision terrain test, you can see here that I create an iterator. I pass in the terrain, the position, and the radius. I from there go from the iterator begin. If it's not equal to end, it increments, and I can show you here the definition. And here you can see that it only has one if statement, and it keeps working. Only the cells under the collidable are tested. That is true. So if I go ahead and show you this video, I can show you that when I move forward, he actually is going to hit the wall, and he's going to end up just stopping because of the way that I have this game object programmed. You can check it out if you want to. So when I get to this wall, he stops right here. And until he goes to the back, he's just going to keep colliding with that. I programmed it so that would work. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I've already showed you in the previous sprints that it only gathers those cells that it iterates with, and yeah, so that's the end of that, and I'll talk to you next video.